A few years after I was born, my father met a peculiar newcomer to our small town. From the very beginning, he was captivated by this charming stranger and soon invited her to live with us. To our surprise, she accepted, and even more surprisingly, so did my mother. As I grew up, this stranger came to occupy a very special place in my young mind. My mother taught me the difference between right and wrong, and my father taught me obedience. But the stranger had an even stronger influence. She would enchant us for hours with tales of adventures and mysteries. She always had an answer to any question we asked. She seemed to know everything, about the past, the present, and even the future. The frustrating part was that we were never allowed to disagree with her. She always had the last word. It was she who took our family to our first football match. She made us laugh, and she made us cry. She hardly ever stopped talking, but my father adored her. Even my mother, though visibly jealous at times, would hush us just to hear her better. She would often take her to her room and fall asleep with her by her side. My mother didn't like it, but she tolerated it. I sometimes wonder if she ever secretly prayed for the stranger to leave. My father ruled our household with firm moral principles, but the stranger was not held to the same standards. In our home, swearing and fighting were forbidden, not just for us, but for anyone who visited. Yet she often used language that stung our ears and made both my parents blush. My father never allowed us to drink alcohol or smoke, but she encouraged it, claiming it gave us social distinction. She spoke openly, perhaps too openly, about, "You know, don't you?"
I now have a husband called Computer, a son named Tablet, and a grandson, Mobile. I now have a family of my own, and theirs. They've grown ever more distant from one another. Voilà, c'est la vie. What's my name?